Type chart is really important in the Pokemon world because it is possible to know the strengths, weaknesses, or even immunities our Pokemon have. But sometimes the chart doesn't seem have any coherence with some types. I mean, water type is effective fire type because it can pour out it. The fire type is weak against steel type because in mythology steel burns them. The flying type is strong against grass type because the wind of flying animals can destroy them easily. Or steel is immune to poison because it is impossible to poison steel or something who are made of it. And I can continue the whole day. But there are some times that seems they don't have any logic, like ghosts immune to fight, but not vice versa. Well, it will be today's topic. Let's begin. When I was playing Pokemon Y, my superior beat the whole ice gym by himself, and there is when I wondered, why is the ice type neutral toward grass type? Here the answer is that some plants can endure cold weather like pines or hibernate during winter and that they find a way to survive. But it doesn't mean that the cold weather cannot kill them. Another very common question is why poison type is neutral to psychic type when psychic type is effective against poison type. Well, the thing is that psychic type is related to intelligence and intelligence has found the antidote against poisoning. But the psychic type or intelligence cannot eliminate or reduce poisoning effects on its own. They need something external to remove the poison. Following with poison type, why is ghost type not immune to poison type? They are spirits and they can be poisoned, or it is possible. We have to remember that they are kind of living beings. It seems that being in early playing gives them capacities that living beings need for some reason, such as reproduction or necessary to eat. However, they still have their ghostly abilities like levitate, passwords, curse, among others. So we can say that it is possible to poison a god, but it's hard because they still have some ghostly characteristics. Ghost versus fight, a very good question that many have questioned at least once. As I said before, fighting type movements don't damage the ghost type, but ghost movements can damage a fighting Pokemon, and it seems there is not explanation. But I think that how they are intangible beings and how they almost live in the other life, they cannot be touched by eternal techniques. That's the reason why prophecy can eliminate the barrier for normal and fighting movements. Answering the questions of how ghost movements damage fighting Pokemon, it is because ghosts normally can possess living beings and its movements are just a proof. Now, to finalize, the big question is why ghost type and normal type are immune to each other? Nobody thought about it before. But if we take the theory that ghosts can touch both planes, why are they still immune to each other? Another can be that normal type is the closest type to represent life. Maybe other types can represent life as well, like grass type. But I mean that normal type is the best representative of life and where everything comes from. That's the reason why normal type is so neutral, and also explaining why Arceus is normal type. Where everything is born, it has a decrease point for them. Ghost and normal types are the two sides of the same coin, a balance where neither of both can be touched because they are destined to be different stages of existence, and it can be broken when someone wants to go to the other life being alive, or when someone is at the limbo between life and death. That's everything for today. Explain the world is not an easy task, but it's fun, and above all share the ideas. I like read your opinions or theories in the comments. And see ya, Starlitos!